Hello, I'm Azrael Knox. Let's get into Inscryption. I'm not going to go through the whole story and all that. You want that, you can YouTube it, or you can, excuse me, or you can play it yourself. If I can, I'm going to skip it. No, it's not going to let me, not going to let me do that. Okay, so I'm just not going to speak while the video is going. I might actually go get another beer. I am playing this after Dome Keeper Part 2 and Dead Cells. So it's all happening same day. I do these in batches and then I space them out because that's just how I operate. Yeah, I am on the, and I've just realised this quite recently, as in the last few minutes to an hour, I am on the arse end of a mental breakdown. Great time that. Okay, I'm not going to bother reading that. You can pause it if you want to read it. I know how the game is played. Thank you, Leshy. Yes, I will play the squirrel card. And I will play the stoat. Okay. I put over 220 hours into this game. That's how much I enjoy this game. I really do enjoy this game. It's a good time. I'm just like the Saturdays are basically, hey, look, I'm trying this new game or I'm playing a game that I enjoy. Maybe you should check it out. That's what the Saturdays are for. If I turn a game into a series, it's going to be on. It's going to be on another day of the week. So, and I don't know how long those series are going to go for. They could be 1, they could be 2, they could be 3, they could be 4, they could be fucking 18, like Soulstorm. Just as well, the weights on the scale are teeth. So the weights are teeth. And this game is hard as fucking balls. Like, don't get me wrong. This game is fucking hard as balls. Okay, what do we got? Yep, got an adder. Love the cat. Cat's a great card. Okay, got a squirrel. And a second squirrel. And pliers. But, yeah, I don't know if this game's going to become a series or not. That, yes, I did. Maybe I won't. Yeah, so I know all about the story. I'm not going to spoil it. If the game looks interesting, excuse me. If the game looks interesting, go buy it. Like that. That's why I'm doing these. So you can get a good look at these games before you commit. If you want to commit. Not everybody's going to look at the game and be like, I like this. And that's fine. Everyone's got their own tastes. I really enjoy this game. Let's see what we got. 3-2. I will sacrifice the snapper. Yeah, look, everything has its place, everything has its purpose. It may not seem like that, but trust me, it does. Especially all this bullshit with the AIs and all that. Fuck, that's a hot button issue, isn't it? Like, AIs, they have their place. They have their uses. And they're not going anywhere. Now, how you choose to use an AI, that's your business. That is absolutely your business, not mine, not anybody else's, until you impact them with it. Yeah, like AI generated images, for example. I think they do have a place. I think they do. But, and it's a big fucking but, their use is fairly limited. Like, okay, I know what that sigil means, but their use is fairly limited. If you use them ethically. And I do mean if. And ethically is in quotes, so ethically. If you use AI generated images, I honestly think, and this is just my opinion, I honestly think that AI generated images should be used as placeholders or stock images or something along the lines of that you weren't willing to pay for in the first place. So if you weren't willing to go and commission an artist and you'd be stuck with something or nothing, and you were just going to steal a stock image anyway, you might as well just use the fucking slot machine that's an AI generator. That's not to say that you should use them instead of an artist. No, absolutely not. If you weren't going to pay someone in the first place, then I don't see the issue. If you're going to delete the image as soon as you're done with it, I don't see the issue. If you're using it instead of an artist, then we got an issue. But that's not my issue to fix. That's not my issue to bring up. That all rests with you. Do you feel good about it? Do you feel comfortable doing that? That's what you need to sort with yourself. Are you okay with not paying somebody for the work that you originally would have paid them for? And that's something for you to reconcile with. Like, that is absolutely something for you to reconcile with. It's not up to me. It's not up to anybody else. It's something for you to consider yourself. Me personally, absolutely not. If I'm going to pay an artist, I'm going to pay an artist. Yeah, I don't care, Stoat. I already know who you are. If I'm going to pay an artist, I'll pay an artist. If I can't afford to pay an artist, then I'll either look for a stock image or I'll use an AI generator as a placeholder. And only as a placeholder. Okay. Candlestick. Candlestick. No, not candlestick. Candlestick. I mean, I'm an amateur Blender artist. I know how hard it is to learn that kind of crap. I completely suck at 2D art. Two-dimensional art, drawing, no good. I suck at it. But that's because I didn't put the time in to learn the skill properly. And that's on me. That's not on anybody else. That's not on the artists that I can't afford to pay. They didn't do anything wrong. They haven't done anything wrong. I mean, just because I can't afford to pay somebody for their work, it doesn't mean that their work is worthless. If somebody spends 10 minutes more than me learning to do art, then they're more qualified than me to handle that. You know what I mean? It's not as cut and dry as a lot of people like to pretend that it is. You can mention somebody might take them 10 minutes to do something. Might take them 10 minutes to do something absolutely fucking amazing. And you get someone saying, oh, well, that only took you 10 minutes. So I'm only going to pay you $10. Nah, sunshine, that ain't how that works. Because what took them 10 minutes might have taken them 10 years to learn how to do. I mean, I think I've already mentioned it before, but I've been cleaning for 15 years. So, while a job might take me 10 minutes to do it, because I know what I'm doing, that doesn't mean that your 10 minutes is going to be equal to my 10 minutes. I'm not saying that you can't learn. I'm not saying that your time isn't valuable. But you need to recognize the disparity there. And I'm not saying anybody that doesn't have the experience isn't worth your time. If you feel they're worth your time, then they are absolutely worth your time. But it's very much a case of you get what you pay for, essentially. So if you pay for somebody that's not experienced, you're going to get somebody that's not experienced. And if that's what you want to pay for, I ain't going to stop you. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. That's just how it all goes. People don't get that. Gek is good. Yuli is good. Strange Lava. Ooh. I'm stuck between Gek and Strange Lava. I'm going Strange Lava. But, look, that's just how things are. If you can't afford to pay somebody, well, that sucks. if you've got a tool that you can use for the meantime as a placeholder, I don't see an issue with that. Yeah, I'm taking the scissors. I don't see an issue with that so long as it's used with respect. So long as the tool is used with respect and it's used with purpose and it's not used maliciously, I absolutely don't see a problem with it. I know somebody's going to come out and be like, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. I probably don't. And if I don't, please, by all means, educate me. I would love to learn why what I'm espousing is incorrect. Because that'll give me something new to think about, you know? Okay, I don't have any pelts. Okay, so I got it wrong. I'm buying pelts. I don't have any more pelts. Teeth. I don't have any teeth for pelts. But no, what I'm saying is, like that knife there. That knife there, if you use the knife correctly, there's no problem. Like, there's no issue with that knife so long as you use it for its intended purpose. If you don't, well, then bad things happen. We've just recently had something happen in Sydney with the schizophrenic man. If you know about that, you know, but I'm not going to bring more attention to that than it already has, because it's a tragedy, and it is a legitimate tragedy. It's a failure of the system. It's something that never should have happened, and I shouldn't be using it as an analogy for what I'm talking about, because I'm not connected to it. I had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with me. I just remember speaking to somebody about it after it happened. The first thing out of my mouth was they were probably mentally ill and the system more than likely failed them. No, I don't know what you're talking about. They're just sick in the head. I said, yeah, that's exactly the problem. They're sick. They need help. They probably got stuck in the system with no one to help them, and they've lashed out. I'm going to move on from that. I don't want to get into all that. Yeah, see, even the stoat's telling me to stop it. Even the stoat's saying, don't go there, man. Okay, so what do we got? Bullfrog. But no, getting back to what I was saying before. Fuck, what was I saying before? That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, though, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. And there's nothing wrong with using a tool so long as you use it responsibly. Right, so long as you're using a tool responsibly, I don't see a problem with it. But as soon as you start to abuse it, and that's the issue, as soon as you start abusing a tool, well, you shouldn't be using it anymore. Like, these AIs aren't going anywhere. We need to get that into our heads. These things aren't going anywhere. They're too powerful. They're too useful. Nobody's shifting them. They're already out there. They're open source. Even if you make them illegal, even if you make these things illegal, they're open source. You just download them. You run them locally. Nobody's going to know. Excuse me. And here's the thing you need to remember with these AIs. The AIs that you're using today, over a month from when I'm recording this, the AIs that you are using today are the worst AIs that you're ever going to use. They're only going to get better from here. Now, think about that for a minute. They're only going to get better from here. And look at what they're doing now. They are absolutely fucking insane. Now, not all of them are good. Some of them are pretty bad. Some of them can be used for horrible, horrible things. Like misinformation or... for like misinformation or... Well, what just crossed through my mind, I'm not going to... I'm not gonna put that into words, but I'm sure you can imagine. But they could absolutely be misused. And again, that is absolutely on the person that's using them to not do that. Is that going to stop them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so I'm going to get to this boss. I'm going to do this boss. And then I'm going to call this run done. And if I do any more Inscryption videos, they'll be on another day. Again, the Saturdays are just, hey, look at this game. Maybe you'll like this game. Here's some gameplay of it. Go check it out. I might do another one straight after this video. I don't know. I'm really having a fucking time of it, especially after realizing that I am on the arse end of a mental breakdown. It's a great time. Okay, so I want him to hook the squirrel. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. I know, there we go. There we go. He's like too fast, too soon. Perfect. That's what I wanted him to do. So basically what's happening here is I've essentially gone too fast for the game. And it's basically saying, right, well, you're going way too fast for the progress, so fuck you. Yes, you are obligated to pass. Yeah, so this is forcing me to end because I've gone too fast, too quickly for the mechanics. So I'm not supposed to finish. Well, I'm not supposed to beat that boss this quickly on that kind of run. So Yeah, I'll do another Inscryption. It'll become its own series on its own day. Okay, here we go. Okay, so death card. Alright, what are we going to get? Okay, here are some cards. You can put them to good use. Okay, cost. Alright, I'll take that. Power and the health. Obviously going to go the wolf. And sigils. Ooh. Absolutely. Definitely going wolf cub on that. Alright, what do we got? We've got a 3-2 evolving card with sacrifice. Let's just call it Azrael Nox. Because I'm not the strongest, but I am resilient. I'm constantly evolving, and I never give up. It's going to be funny if the portrait on this card actually looks like me. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that card show up in further playthroughs. Another challenger. How about... yes, I do understand bones, but how about we do that another time?